There it goes. I was like, I didn't hear the record part. All right. So on our faith page, I had said that be ready to have simple tips to do in the next 24 hours. But I want to ask you a couple things first. So do you both have pieces of paper?
Yeah, I gotta get my pen though.
Okay.
Okay.
Hannah, I can't tell if you were talking or.
No, I'm getting a pen.
Okay, maybe that was Julia's background noise. I couldn't hear.
Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. So the first thing is tangible things to do in the next 24 hours, but a lot of things start first with that. So one, I want you to write down what messages you've been telling yourself today? What messages have you been conveying to yourself today? And that can be anything.
You want us to write these down
Yep, write them down.
or tell you? Okay.
Keep writing, because I want you to realize what you speak over yourself is what you believe, and what you have prophesied over your success or your failures. And I really liked that of what Megan said tonight. Your words are your thoughts, and your prophecies, whether it is success or failure. And I thought that was really powerful, that our words truly, even if they're spoken out or not, because a lot of it starts here, is it really shines on how our day goes. Okay, so you wrote those down. The next thing is that what I want you to do now is look over those words. Let me see how to say this. If they are positive or negative, I want you to change any of the negative mindset ones to what you would say if that was your friend speaking. How would you change those words if she was speaking that to you?
So rewrite them as a positive or
Yep.
answer them?
Rewrite them or answer them. I mean, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Like, for instance, if today I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't been able to get all this done. I'm just overwhelmed. I haven't been able to accomplish anything. I can't even get my daggum Nikes. I can't even right? So I'm speaking negative thoughts over myself, which is creating my prophecy for failure. And so if I could recreate those and be like, you know what, if Julia or Hannah, both of you were saying that to me, I would reframe that into something positive. Be like, girl, no. Let's figure this out. What one thing can you do today? Reframe what you just said to yourself in a way that you would tell your friend, or a friend would tell you. Hello, Miss Cindy. I know y'all were on your other call, so grab a piece of paper and a pen, because we just started on this, so I can tell you what to do really quickly. I bet you probably already have that because of the other call. Yep. Awesome. Okay. So the first thing that I had said is, what are you speaking over yourself right now? Because what we speak over ourselves is also prophesying, whether it is success or failure. And so write what you have said about yourself today. And I gave an example of the fact like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. I haven't even hit my Nikes. I don't even think gold's going to happen. Like I'm overwhelmed with all the clutter and everything I have to get done before the weekend or da, 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 right? Write all of that down that you said over yourself today. It can be short and sweet. You can do bullet points if you need to, but write that down. And then the next thing I had them just do was change that into what now you would say if a friend told you all of that. How would you reword that with her? Be like, oh, no, Cindy, hang on. Let's stop. Let's pray or whatever, what's the one thing that you can change? What's the second, like, what would you encourage or do with your friend if she was telling you all of this? Then next, I want you to write things down that you're procrastinating, at least 3 things. And then the next is, what would you like your paycheck to be next month? What would be like icing to the cake that you know is doable? But what would you like that paycheck to look like next month? Okay. How's everybody doing? Does everybody have all of that down? Good. All right. How does that make you feel? How do you feel right now?
I feel like my head is all over the place. Like half of my conversations I'm having are super supportive, and then the other half are like, what am I doing? Can I do this? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And then it's just like my brain keeps popping back and forth. But my procrastination and my paycheck are they're not supportive of each other. I don't know if that makes sense, but.
Okay. As in you have more procrastinating?
I'm procrastinating over the things that are going to increase my paycheck.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you want to list those things, you totally can, but I will not make you, so don't worry.
What did you ask?
I said, if you want to share those procrastinating things, you can. If you don't want to, that is okay. I'm not gonna.
No, I can share them. It froze, so I didn't hear it.
Oh, sorry.
So no, I maybe mine because my internet's been weird too. Plus, I'm gonna have to shut my windows because all I smell right now is marijuana, and it's driving me crazy. We have some neighbors that like marijuana, and it stinks, and it's getting in my house.
Oh no.
Anyways, my 3 procrastinating things that I wrote down was reach outs with business, business posts, and hard follow-ups, which are the follow-ups for people that like I don't know why, but sometimes maybe I feel intimidated to answer, or maybe they've given me like a hard situation, and I'm like maybe they're like, well, this isn't working for me, and I'm like, oh God, what do I say to them? Those types of follow-ups, which I don't have a lot of them right now, but those are the ones that I feel like are kind of get me all discombobulated.
Okay.
I gotta shut my window.
Nope, you're good. Okay, Hannah and Cindy, how do y'all feel after you wrote those down?
I guess I'll go. Oh, Cindy's not wrote them all yet. Okay. So what you're speaking to yourself today or whatever, overwhelmed, guilty, I can't be in all places at the same time, tired of living paycheck to paycheck, we owe over $5,000 in college fees, exhausted. So today was not, I'm like, oh great, yes, this would be, because normally I'm like, cheerleader, let's go, we got this. So I changed it to, oh, what did I say? You're doing a great job. This is just a season and love your people well. 2, I don't even have a counter for, I have no positive because I can't be in all places at the same time, especially with Ryan's aunt now needing 24/7 care. And he's having to take off work because like, we can't do that forever. And then the third one, I said, one day we will have more than enough and we'll be able to bless more people. And then the 4th, the Lord will provide. And for exhaustion, what, I don't even know, whatever. Tried all the things that didn't work today, but that's okay. They will work tomorrow. I'm used to Ryan not being here all the time, but last night was just, I didn't sleep good. I think it's just stress,
Yep.
And then procrastinating, decluttering, which comes along with not able to do my own. Right now we have a better location at Rachel Colley's house. That's perfect. It's central, but I can't have more people here until I get some junk moved out of my house. And procrastinating going and get my blood work done just to have it rechecked, simply because my mom watches my kids all the time, and so it's going to be another ask of her watching. And business reach out, and my paycheck to be next month. It'd be lovely if it was 3,000 because I owe 5,000, and I could just put that huge chunk towards the 5, and we can breathe better.
Okay.
That's what I got.
I love it. I wish you could watch the recording like 5 seconds ago when you said $3,000, and I could feel that weight. The smile on your face, so like everything, and just, you could feel it. Everybody feels a presence when you know how people are. And so you could feel that just lift, because the world is heavy and it's going to be heavy on everything. But I would say, in how I would respond back with you can't be in all different places, or, how you want to be in different places, is we literally can't. Even Jesus couldn't. So nobody can. And you have to just be present in the place that you are and that you can be. And, it's unfortunate that we can't be, and multiple things, and to be able to help multiple people. But we always have to go back. I always have to go back to Jesus. Jesus even couldn't. So just remember that part too. Okay. Cindy, did you get some down?
No, but what you're talking about goes right with what we talked about on our last call, and it is called resistance. And the enemy is just like with Hannah, the enemy is just combating her, and I'm already feeling it. So
bring it, girl.
It's really good. It's really good. But it's the enemy coming against you because you're doing what you're supposed to, and he doesn't want you to finish. He doesn't want you to be strong. He doesn't want you to make all that money, because you're going to be debt free and you're not going to have to worry about it. And so I feel it strong over here. Oh man.
Oh, I love it. This was the call you just got off of?
Yes, you gotta watch it. It is really good.
Dude, see, this is how the Holy Spirit works. So I just took notes really quick of little topics that I felt like we needed to go over tonight. And I was like, all right, Lord, just whatever we need to be taught. Anyway, I have more. So I'm curious if that's hilarious. Keep going. Keep going.
Let's see what else is there. They talked about having like going through the armor of God and praying it on. And that's exercising your faith and and then
I have a question about that. That's something I'm kind of wrestling with because I used to always literally pray it on, but I heard a pastor say, when do you take it off? Like, why is it coming off? You're a child of God. Like, why is it coming off that you're having to pray it back on? And so then I'm like, I guess I'm not taking it off. So like, but so I do have, that's something I've got to do a little more. I got to do some research on because you put the armor on, but we're not walking away. We're not taking it off. So like, I'm a little, but yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And it could be just when the enemy attacks, that's when it starts sliding. Does that make sense? Like, it's not that it's been taken off. It's that it's not as firm as it once was. So that's kind of how I see it in my head as y'all were talking of like, it might not ever come off, but it might start be sliding when we have the enemy, like, but you can't do this and now overwhelm and everything. And like, if that armor was fully founded firm, then, all of those attacks and all those things wouldn't be holding us down so heavily. And so that's what
I think that's when our mind gets not on the Lord, when our mind shifts from all the things of life and of overwhelmed and off of Christ, because at the end of the day, he's going to lead us in whatever to do and direct us in everything that we need to do. So I think that's, I don't know that the armor's sliding down, but it's definitely, our focus is not where it needs to be. And today my focus was totally not. And I kept trying, I catch myself. I'm like, no, God's got this. Like, oh, God's got this. Like, Satan, leave me alone. Like, no.
There's got to be something to it, Hannah, because I feel the same way. I feel like that's why my thoughts with the message I've been conveying to myself today have been like bouncing back and forth, because you've got positive, negative. And I mean, and I know you know this, but that just tells me that I'm doing the right thing. And I have to remind myself of that. And I agree with what you said, Cassie. I think it's, to me, it almost is like a disconnect from a piece of the armor. Like, not that it's disappeared, but I've mentally stopped focusing on it. And so it's not working as well as it should, because I'm not connecting with it or something like that. I don't know. That's kind of what I thought too, is it's more of a disconnect. But I feel you, Hannah. I totally feel you. We are in the right direction though, because otherwise it wouldn't be happening.
Exactly.
So like, yes, Satan can just kiss my behind and leave me alone. Play over it.
Right? All of us, for real.
I will tell you though, it took a lot of effort to get on this call tonight.
Okay, tell me more.
You guys weren't on when we did this the other day, but my husband was testing with Cassie.
Oh yes.
My computer picks up emojis off of so if I hold my hand up here long enough, it'll hold up a high five, or it'll raise the hand. See, watch, hold on, here it comes. See? And so he was testing out the middle finger the other day for Cassie to see if it would raise the middle finger.
Nope.
It didn't. So
it was pretty funny. It was like, she was like, is it yours not doing that? And I was like, nope. So anyway, I know right now everybody's going to try it. Isn't that funny? She has like a touch one though. So like, it must be I don't know.
My fancy computer I got from Plexus.
Hey, there you go. But I feel like, and so Cindy said it the best, like if you pray it on, then you won't have the issues. And I think that that's so true. If you're really praying the enemy to just leave, get away from me, and I'm praying the armor of God to stay on me, stay put, and stay firm, then you're going to feel that. And I feel like that's what's powerful about actually verbalizing things out loud versus saying them in your head. And that's why I wanted you guys to write them down, but we're going to have some other tasks to do too. But it was such a great reminder too, that all of us are walking through something, right? The enemy is attacking all of us, that he always does. And especially when you saw the thing of like what your paycheck, what it would look like to be next month, to be incredible and to be doable. Like a lot of this can still be doable. Everybody, at least I saw with Hannah, like that weight was lifted, and Satan doesn't want that. He wants you to feel heavy. He wants you to feel every single ounce that you have to think about, other than plexus and other than the things you're procrastinating, because the more you procrastinate those things, the less you're going to get to that journey, the less you're going to get to that paycheck, the less you're going to be able to help somebody else, the less you're going to help somebody in the business to be able to get and find something, new and have this community that we have. Like, who has a community where you can come online and talk, Jesus and talk evil spirits and all of that, right? Like a lot of people are seeking that community. And the more that we truly reach out and stop procrastinating our procrastinations, then we are going to hit those goals and those dreams and have that paycheck next month. And so, okay. Yes, Cindy, hurt people. There was a great reel that I posted in my stories the other day on that, and it was so good. Okay. Hi, Shara. I'm guessing Moto is Rachel. That's just my assumption. Am I right?
Moto is always Rachel.
I know.
Remember? Moto Rachel.
Yeah. I like it. And she just
Rachel's
finished.
on her reset. Right?
Uh-huh. That's what I was about to
She
say.
finished?
She just finished today. She just posted her results.
Oh, I gotta check it out.
Yep, definitely.
Rachel, did it go better than last time when you had the attack from your liver?
Hey.
Did your reset go better this time
I-
around?
Yeah, it definitely went better as far as I didn't feel sick. And I didn't have any liver detox. I lost more weight last time, but I'm feeling a lot better this time. So I think that outweighs that.
Hands down.
Absolutely.
Congrats, girl. That's awesome.
And that's why I continually do them.
Thank
Like I
you.
just did my third day as well. Today was my girls. Anyway. I really think the
Today
girls,
was-
Alexa or who knows what, is why my internet is not great.
You were saying today was your third day? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Kelsey?
Yeah. Today was my third day on reset too. And what I like about it is that I feel like every time I do it, I go back into the right mindset of like continually watching how much things I eat and I consume when I'm bored or when I'm cold or when I'm tired or all of that. So I like that it keeps me on a level playing field. And so when I feel like the pound or two, not that I continually watch my weight, but when I feel like I'm like, oh, homegirl getting up there again, then it's a nice, like, let's go reset again. I need to get back in the right mindset. I need to get back in the right, headspace. So that's why I love the reset and why I will probably do it every single month for that reason. Because if not, we waver and we fall. So it's like an accountability partner, the best accountability partner. It just is only 3 days. So, okay. So we wrote down things that you're procrastinating against. We wrote down what your paycheck, what you would love for it to be next month. And then you wrote down positive ways to change what you spoke over, because again, what you speak over, and I know Rachel and Sherry, you missed out on this, but I'll have you do it here in a little bit. What you speak over is truly what you're prophesying, whether it's success or failures. And so that is going to happen because what you speak is true life. Like it happens in life. And so we really want to make sure that those words that you're speaking over yourself are, I mean, again, we all know you're going to have crappy days. It's okay to have a crappy day. I want you to all be okay with it's okay to have a crappy day. But just know, to be able to turn those crappy days around, you really have to speak life back into yourself, or those crappy days keep adding on to crappy day, to crappy day, to crappy day. Okay. So the first thing is that when you have confidence and belief in every ounce that you're doing, whether that's leading a team, whether that's leading a call, or reaching out to somebody about the business that you're procrastinating against, or knowing that, man, I really want my paycheck this, but I have to do all these things prior. A lot of that starts with confidence and belief. And some of you might already have plenty of it, but it also backs into that. If your confidence and your belief in what you are doing isn't strong enough, it will have an effect on the people that you reach out. So for instance, if I'm reaching out to Rachel and I'm like, hi, Rachel, I really, really think that you'd be great at this business and would love to hear back from you. You know, like having a different mindset of when you're reaching out to somebody, when you're truly confident in what you have to offer, because we really do. And that's what Satan wants us to make you feel like you can't reach out to them, or you're going to mess up. You're going to say the wrong thing. It has to be perfect, all of that. Then they really can hear those things. So making sure that your confidence and your belief is really where it's at. Pray beforehand, you know, pray that, or blast some praise and worship music, or blast the creed. Oh, the football players and stuff play. It's another great one that you can honestly pray or, you know, play right as you're doing something scary. So that helps build your confidence and belief up. Because what you speak is what you believe, and you have to say it out loud. Next is, okay, we're going to work on, I'm going to try to make this somewhat short because we're going to have a plan. Is the things that you are procrastinating against. I want you to find one that you're going to work on in the next 24 hours of those 3 things that you're procrastinated against. One. And I would highly recommend it be more business oriented, because if you truly want that paycheck that you spoke over, what you said, then I would make that procrastination more business oriented so that we can work into that in the next few days. Because it's the 25th of the month, which is insane to me, literally insane. We have 6 days left in the month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 days left in the month. October went by like that. Okay, so did everybody write down the one thing that they're going to do in the next 24 hours? Okay, type it in the chat now, if you can. Okay, Julia, business reach outs. How many? We're going to even get specific. How many? Three. Okay.
Ladies, if you can't tell, I am driving, so I will not be doing this right now. I will do it when I get home, but I want to listen. So,
hey, you're good. You're good. Keep listening, girl. I'm proud of you. Yeah, definitely don't write and drive. Like that's not a, something proper to do. You don't want to total a car. Okay. Hannah, all things business. What specific? What does that look like?
My phone's not, I'll just say it because it's being annoying. Obviously business post and reach outs.
So one business post and one business reach out, or what are you thinking?
I'm going to go with Julia. 3.
Yay. Okay. All right. Because here's the thing. Tomorrow, when we check in at 9:00 tomorrow, we're going to be like, all right, Julia, how were your 3 business reach outs? All right, Hannah, how was your business post and your 3 business reach outs? And we're going to keep each other accountable in the next 24 hours. Cindy. Oh, she wrote down her stuff. Okay. I'm going to read that after. What is the procrastinated thing you're going to do by tomorrow?
business posts.
All right. So 1 business post. Okay, I like it. All right, I really want to do like hello Moto. Rachel, I would love to know yours. Oh, she already wrote hers down. I'm going to reach out to all my white lines, send 3 business messages, post consistently, and continue with easy energy challenge to have more results to share. Awesome. I like it. Very specific. I'm going to take a screenshot of these so I have them later. Okay. And so like going to reach out to white lines, does that mean like checking in with them, see if they want to restart? What does that look like? Let's get a little bit more specific too. Oh, you're okay. She said, oops, I thought it was just in general, not by tomorrow. Yes, we're doing stuff by tomorrow, my friend. So what does that look like in the next 24 hours? The things that you're procrastinating.
Okay, I'm not making 3 business posts by tomorrow.
No, post, but she said reach outs, 3 business reach outs.
Yeah, no, but I told you I was doing that. I didn't realize by tomorrow. So like, no, not 3 posts.
Okay.
What Hannah meant to say was Hannah's going to reach out to 3 business people by
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yes, it's a business post tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, I'm literally, this is my 1 bad day of the month. So as soon as this is over, I'm gonna go to bed, but I will do it tomorrow. That.
Hey, guess what? You have 24 hours. It's totally fine. And you know what? Rest is
Yeah.
good because then we wake up rejuvenated. So it's all good.
I sure hope so.
You will. You will. We're going to pray over that. Okay. So Rachel, by tomorrow, 9 p.m., what is something you're going to accomplish?
Let me see. Make a post, continue easy energy challenge. I'll probably hop on there and write down and then reach out to maybe, honestly, I don't even know how many white lines would be there. But make a list and maybe reach out to like half of them tomorrow.
Okay.
Rachel,
Whatever, however many that is, I don't know. What?
one thing you might check on is dates of your white lines, and because we might be able to, one way you could reach out might be able to, if they've not ordered in 6 months or longer, and if their yearly membership hasn't come out yet, that would be a good way to strike up the conversation. Like, hey, I don't know if you saw, but I just did my reset and I'm feeling incredible. You actually qualify if you would like to try it or whatever for a discount cheaper than what I can get it for, something like that. So that would be good to look at online and see who we can clear.
Okay, I would say that several of them are probably past that 6 months that I hear you talk about from time to time. And Santana reached out to me after I made that post about my reset and wanted to know like how much and what all it had in it and things like that. So
okay, so then that would be good for to look at and see what her order history is and just see if her yearly memberships come out. If not, then we can get her cleared and she'll get a discount.
Yep.
okay.
Because the tricky
Sounds
part
good.
is, let's say their membership ran yesterday. That's the tricky part because Plexus sees that they've already paid for their membership again, whether they've ordered or not. And those are a little bit harder to get cleared now. But if they have not paid their membership, then those are a lot easier to get cleared if they've not ordered in the last 6 months or more.
Okay.
And I always, you guys, always start with triplex and reset. Like that's my go-to now, my complete go-to, especially if they have a lot of gut health. The reset alone for a brand new person is $129. When you can get the triplex and the reset for $189, or even if it's the reset and, the easy energy, active ease, all that, whatever, another combo, $189, that is huge. And that I don't ever just do one now. I always start with the reset. And so Santana, for her, I would almost do that, like, hey, and I know that you were dealing with a lot of issues. How are you? How is that feeling? How is that going for you? What else could we accomplish, without the reset, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, because I've had a couple just do the reset recently, and they have not had. They're kind of like you, Rachel. They didn't feel good the first time, and like one of them just flat out said, "This Plexus thing must not be for me." And she was so interested in the gut health and all that prior, and now she's just like ghosting my messages. So I probably will not. I'm gonna be like, if you want just the reset, like I don't even know, because I'm just so now I'm a little bit, just to be honest, nervous of letting people. Santana knows the products, but I'm just saying in general, like I am so nervous if someone says, "Oh no, I just want the reset." I'm terrified now, because it's like if they don't have a pleasant experience with the detox, they think it's not for them.
Yeah.
But you're saving grace in the fact of, for one, they're getting a huge blessing by getting the triplex, or create their own. They create their own specific welcome pack with reset. They stick around more, because even if they feel awful, they're like, hey, I've got all these products already, I might as well take them.
Yep. And I will say
I
that,
agree with that because
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I agree with that, because if my first reset would have been my first experience with Plexus, I don't think I would have gone any further either. But because I love so many of the other products, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it another try. But this time, like, I came prepared. Like, I had my milk thistle, I had, my other supplements, because the first time around, I didn't take all my other ones because I thought maybe it would mess up the reset. This time around, I took my other supplements, and I took my milk thistle, and just from hearing other people's experiences with like the collagen soups and stuff, like I knew better how to season them. Last time I hated the tomato basil. This time, a little bit of lemon juice, not lime, lemon juice and dried basil, and I love it. So like, I feel like now that I've done it a second time, I could help people get through it where they would like it the first time too.
Yes. And I think that's the key. And that's what I was saying, confidence and belief, and letting them know detox, just like what we do with triplex. Like, reset is going to be detoxifying. Like, they're going to have a detox relationship with reset. They just will. It literally resets their body. And so if you're setting people up when they start, and just say, hey, reset is incredible, you're seeing all these great results, I don't know if you're going to get the same results. I will be honest with you. I don't know if you're going to get the same results, but I will say you could possibly feel great, or you could go through incredible detox that's going to make you feel better for long-term results. So it's 3 days that, if something happens, I'm going to be right here every single step of the way and give you tips along the way. Because here's the thing, Rachel, you wouldn't have known that you needed milk thistle, or your liver needed it, if you wouldn't have done the reset. And so I think that that's the other thing that we can combat it with, is that, wow, okay, your liver does need extra, an extra boost. Because the last thing you want is to recommend that to everybody, because not everybody needs that. So I would just continue, and that's what I've been doing. And honestly, every time, I don't know if anybody else, Rachel, did you get text messages from Plexus?
For the reset?
Uh-huh.
Or from what? No, I didn't get any text messages.
Okay. Are you signed up for the Train Me text message too, or no?
Yeah, I get that.
Okay. There is, and if you guys don't know this, on the exact same one, and you type in reset, and I must have done it for my first or second one. If you type in reset, I got another message today saying, Cassie, how are you feeling after the reset? Share your success and pictures to get your chance to be featured. So making sure that every single person that joins the reset is looking through the book, because that booklet has everything there. It even has the text message in there too. And just say, hey, when you open up your box, did you see that little booklet? I want you to really read that before you get started on your day one. Make sure you join Pivotal, the Pivotal Facebook page. Y'all, they did an amazing recipe today that was, I am like, oh, my kids are going to love that. So just FYI, you might want to go check it out. And so they're going to get the QR code to scan that to go into the Pivotal page, sign up for Pivotal, because if people just start the reset and they don't have Pivotal as well, they're going to quit. They're not going to have any more success. And so with Pivotal, they're going to get food, they're going to get meal workout, like all of that on top of it. So making sure that they get that. But those text messages are so encouraging. So also when people start, to ensure that they are getting those text messages. And all they have to do is type in reset. Cindy got one today too. And so that was kind of nice to kind of get that like little, like, hey, Cassie, how's it going? It was really, really neat. Okay.
I got one too. I didn't realize because I haven't looked at it yet, but so
Yay.
good. Way to go. I still am constipated, but that's okay.
Well, and I think a lot of it though is that you had to not take a lot of the certain products though too, because of your I know, but I think
No,
that
but
is a lot of it.
I'm fixing to, you know what my mom said tonight? She's like, you need to do another reset, because I was able to eat oatmeal for like almost a month after my first reset. And oatmeal used to make me not feel good. I mean, it used to be fine. I could eat it. And then I went through a phase there, it was just making me sick. And then she made, because casein's gluten free, but oats
Right.
are fine, you know. So anyway,
Mhm.
I ate a muffin and recently, and it made me sick again. So she's like, you just got to reset again, Hannah. I'm like, okay, mom, good.
Oh, that's what moms are for. I love that. Okay. So then the next thing.
Can
so
I
you
say
have-
something real
Oh,
fast?
yes, go for it, girl.
I want to, sorry, I'm also got a cold, so sorry about the voice. Anyways, I want to go back to when Hannah was saying, I'm so nervous to reach out about the reset. I'm so nervous. Okay, Hannah, if that was Shara talking, what would Hannah tell Shara? Yeah, that's what I thought. Love
Exactly.
you.
Don't settle for anything less than welcome back plus reset. And you got this. I love you too, Shara. Thank you.
Can I just say, Shara, with a cold, driving and the in and out internet, you sound like a drunk, maybe discolored chick. Like your voice, I'm just like, wait, who's talking right now? I love you, Shara. That was very fun to listen to.
And it probably wasn't even the internet. It's probably my voice.
I love it. Hey, we just all have different forms of our voices and it's wonderful, right? Our cold voice, our I lost everything voice because I was screaming, or who knows, right?
You have, Shara, when you're sick, you have a hip black chick voice. When I'm sick, I just sound like a chain smoker. So I would much rather have your voice.
I love it. But Shara, you are so right, because I was thinking the same thing. And like we said earlier, and Shara wasn't on the call, is whatever you speak life over is either success or failure. And that's so true. And so, you know, well, I'm nervous, and that already leads into failure of like, well, I'm not going to do it because I feel
Well,
nervous.
I'm literally not going to do it because I'm not selling just a reset anymore. So I'm just not. Because
Hey,
I'm good.
Hannah,
Well,
I have a question for you about that. So when you talk to people about it, and this is just out of curiosity, when you talk to them about it, like, have you even gone to the point of people and just tell them, say, you know, people who do the reset, it's designed to detoxify your body. So I need you to expect that and know that it's good to detoxify it, but if you don't have the right tools to continue that over, that's like, you're not really doing a benefit. So I don't really think you want just the reset. Like, that's almost like how I don't like telling people that they don't want stuff, but at the same time, just like you're talking about, I also don't want to lead them into a pit of despair and make them be like, oh, this is terrible. I'm going to say, I'm telling you, it may be terrible, but you need to know I have a way to help you, but you won't buy that part of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's almost where my head goes, because I feel the same way. I feel like it shouldn't be sold by itself. So what I typically tend to do is I will say, if you're not ready to really, well, I don't even say that. I typically will start to lead more towards like the triplex, and like really encourage them to do the triplex first, and then later maybe encourage them to do the reset and say, give the triplex a good month, and then let's do the reset after that. Because I don't like to sell the reset by itself. And I agree with you there. So I tend to try to encourage them just to do the triplex, because I'll sell the triplex by itself, but not the reset. So I don't know if that helps you or not, but that's kind of how I hear, and I totally feel what you're saying too.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Okay. And I agree. And it's, you know, like Julia said, you could have them start on the triplex. They're going to have the reset box. They can start the reset whenever they want to. So, that's the other benefit, because I had somebody reach out to me yesterday and she's like, what are they separately? And I was like, well, $129 for the reset or $109 just for the triplex. So, you know, it's really your best bet to get them together. Okay. Especially starting off. Okay. Next, the next thing that, we're going to do. So you have a plan for what one thing you're going to do that you have been avoiding or procrastinating by tomorrow. And we wrote those down. I hope you wrote those down. If not, you might forget. And then the other thing that has been really helpful for me, and I actually did it for like 2 hours the other night. I was up really, really late. We all know this industry is relationship building, like literally relationship building. And I feel like we all know the spirit, the weight of the enemy is heavy lately. And so I literally sent anybody that was on, or anybody that came to my mind, a quick message that said, like, I'll just figure it out. It said, hey, I'm spending specific prayer time later today on prayers. Is there anything that you need prayed for? And that was it. And I got so many messages back. But the thing that I didn't do, and this is what I want to encourage you guys to do, if you feel led to do this, I felt led to do this. Instead of saying, okay, no, great, I'll pray over those. I actually prayed over them, and I recorded me praying over their needs. And so they got to hear my voice, and then they could replay that when that enemy started attacking. They could hear that prayer. They could do that. And I got the best responses from that. And so I feel like in our day and age, we all say like, yeah, you know, well, I'll pray for you, or I'll work on that, or I'll whatever. Right. And so a lot of us do, we go into our prayer closets, or we go somewhere and we pray. But having them spoken out loud and actually know that that person actually did pray for you is huge. And I got the best responses. And that taps into more relationship building. And then they're seeing me as not just a plexus person, but also a person that truly does care. And especially if I spent that time to do that. So whatever that looks like, I would highly encourage you in the next 24 hours to either do something like that, or really build relationships in a different way of like, you know, hey, Cindy, you know, you were on my mind. Is there anything that maybe I can help you with or do, or that, or how is your day? You know, how's things going over there? Like, start really, really diving into relationship in the next 24 hours, because when you do that, the algorithm will see that you're having conversations with people and you're really like diving into that. And then those people are going to see your stuff more too. And so really figure out what that would look like birthdays. I sent everybody, I pre-recorded a birthday one, and it was just super simple. And I got the best responses from that as well, because I'm all about voice messages or video messages. And sometimes I'll pre-record them so they're not 20 seconds and everybody's not getting 10, 20-second ones. And so I'm trying to create a half minute or a minute long one so that they get one video. And it's like, hey girl, I just saw it was your birthday. I just had one not that long ago. I hope your day was incredible. And I wanted to say happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. And I said, anyway, I won't be keeping singing to you, but I hope you had a blessed day. That was it. And I got great responses. So just find unique ways that you can do that to build a relationship in the next 24 hours too. Another thing that I've liked is on stories, Joya had that great thing a while back of really connecting with everybody in stories, do at least 10, but I would do Instagram as well. You get random people on Instagram, some that you don't even follow sometimes. And so it's always nice to just keep swiping for a few minutes and then start engaging like, oh my gosh, where is that? That looks like a beautiful view. Maybe I should go out that way. And always ask a question when you're in those conversations. Another thing that you can do, and this is one that I got from Jim Vieb today of with team pages or anything, people want to feel like you are adding value. And what that means is what can they interact with? Like what questions can they help tackle? Like for instance, in your stories, you're like, what's your favorite holiday food, turkey or ham? Everybody wants to give you their opinion. So start engagement things, create little story polls. So that they feel like they're not just seeing Plexus all the time, but they're actually getting value from you and feeling like they're involved a little bit more, like titter tatter, whatever that means. And then the last thing is that I really wanted to do, but we're already up on time. We have 4 minutes, and I don't know if we can do it in 4 minutes. We might be able to, is look at where you're at right now and where your points are. And literally map out by tomorrow if you can. And I'm going to be redoing my board. I'm going to literally map out each person and who I'm going to help go silver. That's what those mean. Like literally map out on paper, on a dry erase board, whatever that looks like. Because when you see your plan becomes real. And so we can all say, well, I need 20 orders or I need 25 orders. Really map out those. Be like, okay, well, I feel like I can get Susie silver and put 3 people underneath Susie and just start talking to Susie. I'm like, hey, Susie, I loved your, post you did the other day. What about let's getting more people on the Why Plexus Why Now call? Who do you feel like you could get on there tomorrow? And Susie's like, you know what? I might be able to get Bill on there. And then you put Bill underneath there and you put a question mark. And so you already have names underneath those. So I know for me, sometimes I forget what people say. And so I already have those in place. And so create a goal sheet and have it visible. It can be on a piece of paper, you guys. It doesn't have to, don't go crazy and be like, oh my gosh, I'm more overwhelmed now that you have me doing this. It does not need to be like that. Literally just figure out, okay, I'm going Ruby and this is the points that I'm at right now. This is how many I need, how many orders I need. And look at your people and look and say, okay, who can I help go silver? Silver is the money maker, you guys. Silver is the money, help people go silver. Getting people silver and how many people you can do, and then go into other orders because you can't keep doing this on your own. You just can't. You cannot sustain a business all on your own. So you really have to start the duplication process. Okay. That is it. That's it. So do the thing you're procrastinating, map out. How does that feel?
Great.
Good. Okay. Well, I'm speaking life over you guys. I'm going to pray over you. We have 2 minutes left, and we're not going to let Satan take us tonight. We're going to get rest. We're going to get joy, and we're going to get peace, and we're going to not let overwhelm tackle us. We're not going to let the enemy tell us all the things we have to get done, because he knows the things that we want to get done, we need to get done, are going to help lighten the load for us. And so we don't want that. So anyway, dear God, I just pray over each teammate that is on tonight, Lord, and the ones that are possibly listening later on, Lord. We just pray that the enemy wants us to have a heavy, heavy burden, to where our shoulders feel heavy, everything's tight, Lord. We want that to be lifted, because we know when we put everything in your hands and your guidance, everything is in step with what you have aligned for us. And we just pray that every single thing that we do for the next 24 hours on is in alignment with you, Lord. We know that you're going to make those paychecks, that number that popped to our head, Lord, for next month. We know that there is a reason and a purpose for that. And we're going to pray that we can do everything in our immediate possibilities to be able to create that, Lord, because you would have not given us that number or given us this opportunity if that was not from you. And God, we just pray for joy and peace when everything just feels like the weight is falling. We just pray that you give us that peace that surpasses everything, Lord. And so that when we walk into our day tomorrow, that we wake up rejoiced. We wake up with peace. We wake up with no doubt that you are right there alongside of us, not anybody else but you. Dear God, thank you so much for each individual here. I pray over their purpose in this life, Lord, that they are walking in obedience with you and what they have for this business and what they have for their families and what they have for every single person around them, Lord. We pray that they are walking in faith and not stepping back. We know that Satan wants us to step back. He wants us nervous, afraid, ashamed, scared, all of that, because he knows when we have to take all of that, when we take all of those burdens and all of those issues away, that we're moving closer to you. And so we just pray for that tomorrow, Lord. And from here on out, that each single person is following their journey and what you have for them and this life. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, ladies, love you. It is 10:01. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.